Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna show you how to remove the radiator from this Audi A6. The reason of doing that is to get access to the timing belt, removing the alternator, removing the power steering pump, and so on. First, you gotta leave the car and place it on jack stands. That's the point where you can put your jack. Find a solid point and set it on jack stands like that, on both sides in front. Next, go ahead and drain out all the coolant. You've got the coolant temperature sensor down there. You just have to remove it and the coolant will come out. And now it's time to remove the front bumper, the plastic bumper. So to do that, you gotta go inside here on the wheel arch and remove this plastic cover. Now, using a T25, you've got a bunch of screws around here. Now this cover will come out. Now, if you look under there, you're gonna see 3 nuts. Those 3 nuts are holding the front bumper on. With the T30, let's take out the headlights as well. You've got 2 bolts on here, and then you've got one in this hole for what you're gonna use a long extension like that. Unplug this connector, and when removing the headlight, you've got this white bracket and the pin from the headlight will go through this, so you gotta pry it out and then the headlight will come out. Now if you look down here, you've got a couple of more T15 bolts, so you'll find 3 of them. Right, take your socket and remove these. Now if you look on this side, on this edge, you're gonna see 3 green spots. You're gonna find 3 bolts on the bottom here. So if you have a look like that, you're gonna see the bolts. Alright, they are again T15, so remove these as well. Alright, so all these 6 bolts are removed from this side. Now there is one more back here. You can see this green spot here, and in order to get access to that, you gotta remove the horn from here. It's held on by 2 T30 bolts down there. Alright, the horn is out. There's one here and one down here. After all those bolts are removed, you've got this small grill for the fog lights. You gotta take it out in order to access this big bolt down here. Just like that. Alright, so this long bolt will come out, and this is gonna be the last bolt which will hold the front bumper on this side. So I'm gonna be able to take it out. Pay attention to these green clips, you don't want to lose them, you gotta reuse them. Now that side is disconnected, I'm gonna do the same on the other side. So on the right side, I'm going to attempt to first remove the headlight, and then I'm going to try to access those 3 bolts on the side here from this hole. And if it's not possible, I'm going to do that through the wheel arch. But before that, with a T15, you can remove these 2 screws and take out this intake hose. Take your time while prying this out. Unplug the connector as well. As you can see, you've got nice access to these 3 bolts on the corner here, and you gotta remove one more horn. This is the setup I'm gonna use: a long 10mm socket with an extension and this flexible ratchet. Right, these 3 nuts are out. The horn is out. Let's remove these 2 small bolts, one down here and there is one up here. Let's unplug the connectors from the fog light. On this side as well. And finally, the front bumper is free. Let's remove this plastic cover as well. Right, so since I'm planning to do a major job on the engine, I'm going to take out this metal frame on the side here, on the top. You've got a couple of bolts, these two, and then this hood release. Two more on the corner here, and then you've got two clips for the radiator. So I'm going to remove these right now. Let's take out this rubber gasket. On these two sides you've got two pins. You gotta press this tab inwards like that, and with a screwdriver lift it up. Now if you look down here, you're gonna find a 10mm bolt. Pry it out, just like so. Now if you look from this side, you've got one more hose to remove, this main coolant hose. So down here we've got a circlip. Okay, the circlip is out. Alright, so after the bumper is removed, we've got four main things in front here. These pipes are for the automatic transmission fluid. We've got this one for the refrigerant for the air condition system, the radiator for the coolant back here, and these two main fans, the radiator fans, which will be turned on when the coolant is too hot. So I'm gonna start with these pipes, take them out aside. So down here we've got a T30 bolt. This is an air temperature sensor which will measure the temperature of the air which enters in all these radiators. Under this intercooler intake, you've got one more rusty bolt down here which holds this bracket with the pipes. Down there they are connected to a rubber hose which allows it to be flexible like that. Now let's take care of this air conditioned radiator. So you've got here a similar pin which was on top here. You gotta press on the tab inwards and with a screwdriver take out the pin. Let's do the same on the other side. And now the air condition fan should be free. And here it comes. So you gotta plug the sensor as well. Just like that. And finally we get access to the coolant radiator. Right, from this side you gotta pry it out like that, and the radiator is free from the top. Okay guys, so this bolt is a big pain to remove, and in order to take it out you basically have to take out the turbocharger unit, because there is absolutely no way you can make your way with a regular socket or anything to remove this 10mm nut from here, this bolt. So what I did is I forced basically the radiator out. It broke a little bit, this plastic bracket, but that's fine. And now I get access to the bolt. I can open it with a 10mm regular wrench. So just take your time and remove it. I gotta tell you, man, this is a very bad design. Very bad design. It's a huge struggle to remove this radiator from here, and it's not well organized. So here we go, the bolt is out. Now I should be able to pry out that hose. So the radiator is free from this side, and again there is a circlip in there which is absolutely impossible to get access to it unless you remove these radiator fans. But in order to remove the radiator fans you gotta take out the radiator itself, so it's like in circle here. You cannot remove a part without removing the other. I had to basically pull the radiator out until I got access to the circlip, and now I'm going to release the circlip from here. Oh man, this is rusted, man. I'm gonna lubricate it a little bit. Next, with the radiator removed, I'm going to take out this black bracket, which basically holds as well these fans. And in order to do that, we gotta take out this piece of frame. It's bolted in, so you just have to remove these 3 bolts and then it will come out. You've got one more bolt on the side here. Alright, so I forgot to catch it on camera, but I had to cut this bolt. And now I'm gonna be able to remove it because before it was rounded. Let's see. As you can see, this fan is already broken. Now we gotta disconnect this hood latch. Down there we've got the intake hose. So as you can see, I'm looking from this side and you can find down there the intake hose. Finally, there is one more hose clamp. Finally, this fan assembly comes out. So that was pretty much it, guys. That's how you can remove the radiator and the fan in order to get access to important parts like the timing belt. If you want to see the installation process, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, drive safe so I can see you soon.